Hello, church family. Hey, that's the view outside my window. This is Pastor Tim, and I thought I'd show you the giant lake that's in our parking lot. It is pouring today. And it's days like this that make me wish that I lived in a sunnier climate than the Northwest. But we've only got maybe 3 more months left before the weather turns good, and we'll have those beautiful 3 weeks of summer before fall hits and the rains start again. What can you say? We live in the Northwest, and rain is what we're in for a while now. Uh, some of you are getting off to sunnier climes, I suppose, this time of year, or have just been there during spring break. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, we had a great weekend. Easter and Good Friday were just such a wonderful time to spend together as a family. It was a wonderful time of worship, fellowship, connecting, seeing some old faces we hadn't seen for a while on Sunday, and just celebrating the new life we have in Christ. God has been at work in our services, and it was neat to talk to people and hear how God has been speaking to them and moving in their hearts and their lives over the last several months as He's been at work. And He is good, and He's always at work. I wanted to catch you up on a couple of things as we do this midweek message. One of those is that, believe it or not, it's the first time since pre-COVID that we're having a men's retreat. It seems like forever since we've been together, because it has been 3 years, and we're going to meet together again May 5th through 7th. So men, get signed up. You can sign up through our event page on our website. Or if you have the church app, go on there and look up events. We'll start Friday night, May 5th at 6 at Lakeside Bible Camp for dinner, and then go through Sunday morning. It's always a great time. There's decent fishing there at the lake, so bring your trout gear if you want to fish. There's walks and ferry rides and golf courses even if you want to do that. We'll have lots of free time on Saturday. So it's a great time to connect, and I hope to see so many guys out that we haven't seen and hung out with for years. So get signed up. Another thing that you need to know about is this coming weekend we have a sexual integrity course. We're going to show you a little video clip of this as soon as my end of this is done. But come and check that out. It's an 8-week course. It's not just for people who have a sexual addiction, although it certainly is helpful for those of you who are struggling with sexual brokenness in your life. It's for all of us, because all of us are dealing with the implications of sexual brokenness in our society, whether it's our kids who are exposed, or family members, or we ourselves have been affected by it. This 8-week course is eye-opening and informative, and really helps equip us to deal with and be supportive of those who are dealing with sexual brokenness. So come to the sexual one-on-one class, sexual integrity one-on-one class. You can show up or you can sign up first, but it's this weekend, and we'll have a video, some teaching, some discussion, and so you can watch the video after this about it. Gives you a little bit of taste of what that class is all about. But I hope to see you there. One other thing that I wanted to just highlight for a couple minutes is something that stood out to me in my own quiet times last week. There's a verse that I read from Romans chapter 15 that it's just such a sweet verse. It says, "May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that by the power of the Spirit you may abound in hope." As I read that, it just reminded me that the joy and the peace and the hope that lasts, the kind of joy, peace, and hope that I want to have in my life, are gifts from God. That it's the God of hope who fills me with all joy and peace in believing. It's the power of the Spirit that is the source of me abounding in hope. And there's a lot of things that I can place my hope in. I can find my hope in all sorts of circumstances, but that comes and goes. It comes and goes with the circumstances as they change, doesn't it? I want my hope to be centered in something more permanent than circumstances. And so I have been talking to God about that for myself lately. Just asking him to help me have the perspective that keeps me looking to him as the source of my hope, that keeps me asking the Spirit to fill me with his hope, rather than looking to all sorts of other sources of hope that are temporary. And so my prayer for you this week is that the God of hope would indeed fill you with all joy and peace in believing, and that by the power of his Spirit, you may abound in hope this week. Love you, church. We'll see you this weekend.
With this reality in our world, the truth is that we are all being exposed and impacted by pornography and sexual brokenness around us. Even if we've personally never struggled a single day in our life, we are impacted through relationships. We have friends, family members, and spouses who struggle. We all know people who have been victims of abuse, hurt by someone else's unprocessed sexual issues. We are raising kids and grandkids in a world vastly different than the one we remember. The movies we see, the devices we use, and the advertisements we consume are more influenced by sex and pornography than ever before. And we simply can't ignore this problem and hope it gets better. We must be equipped to be part of the solution, whether for our own story or to play a role in someone else's.